Hello students. So in the last video we have studied about the topic taxonomy, that is dealing with the rules of classification in the biology. Today we are going to study how actually the classification is done. Okay. So the term classification, what does it means? आपको पहले ही पता है, मैं आपको लिखवा चुका हूं, बट फिर भी बता देते हैं. क्लासिफिकेशन मीन्स इट इज द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म्स into different groups on the basis of similarities and differences. Okay, so the arrangement of organisms, okay, very important to note, the arrangement of organism into different groups. अब ये ग्रुप्स कौन से होंगे आपको पता चलेगा अभी थोड़ी देर में. Into different groups on the basis of similarities and differences. Now what are these similarities and differences? These similarities and differences are nothing but the characteristics of organism. Characteristics of organisms. Okay. So actually what we are doing in classification? In classification we are doing nothing but we are classifying or arranging the organisms into different groups on the basis of the characteristics of organism. Likewise we can say that if the two or more organisms are having similar characteristics, we will place in a separate group, and if some organism is not matching the characteristics of the organism placed in this group, then we will place that organism into any different groups. Okay, and certainly more organisms will be placed in this different groups which are having similar characteristics to it. Okay, so this is what we are going to do in the classification. So write down the definition, and after this we will start the basic fundamentals and the history of classification. Okay, so I hope you all have written the definition of classification. Now we are going to study about the types of classification. What are the different types of classification? Okay, so note it down. Number one is artificial classification. Okay, number one is artificial classification. What happens in artificial classification? So listen, what we have to do that beta, in the classification what I have said, that we are going to classify the organism on the basis of its characteristics. Now in an organism there are several characteristics like its height, its shape, fruit shape, leaf shape, fruit color, leaf color, root type, stem type. There are so many characteristics of an organism are present in a particular organism. Okay, so in artificial classification what we do, or how the artificially the organisms are classified, that is when you take only one or two characteristics of organism into consideration while classifying an organism. क्या बोला मैंने? जब आप किसी organism को सिर्फ एक या दो characteristics के basis पे classify करते हो, उसमें बहुत सारे characteristics हैं. That organism or that group of organisms is having so many characteristics. But what I am trying to say that the organism is having so many characteristics, but when you are doing the classification of this or that organism, then only you are going to study only one or two characteristics. So when the classification is done on the basis of one or two characteristics, that type of classification is known as artificial classification. So we can write down the definition. When only one or two characteristics are taken into consideration during classification. ठीक है. What is artificial classification? When only one or two characteristics are taken into consideration during classification. This is very important to know that. Note that one or two characteristics. That organism is having so many characteristics. For example, if an organism, we are going to classify all the plants in this this earth into different groups. We are going to classify all the plants on this earth into different groups. So we can say that in a particular plant there are so many types of characteristics. What is the shape of its leaf? What is the color of its leaf? What is the shape of its stem? So many characteristics are there, but we are taking only one or two characteristics into consideration while classifying these plants into different groups. So such type of classification is known as artificial classification. Very important to note. इसका एक एग्जांपल लिख लेते हैं. क्लासिफिकेशन का एक एग्जांपल लिख लेते हैं आर्टिफिशियल क्लासिफिकेशन का. दैट किसने किया था सबसे पहले? सच टाइप ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन इज डन बाय C. Linnaeus. कैरोलस लिनियस करके एक साइंटिस्ट हैं. कैरोलस लिनियस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट नाम है इन द फील्ड ऑफ टैक्सोनॉमी. फिर से बोल देता हूं, कैरोलस लिनियस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नेम इन द फील्ड ऑफ टैक्सोनॉमी. एंड इन द कमेंट सेक्शन यू आर गोइंग टू टेल मी व्हाट इज द अनदर कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ कैरोलस लिनियस इन टैक्सोनॉमी. कैरोलस लिनियस ने आर्टिफिशियल क्लासिफिकेशन के अलावा और क्या कंट्रीब्यूट किया है, दैट यू आर गोइंग टू टेल मी इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. ओके, so what I am going to tell you over here, artificial classification. The example is Carolus Linnaeus. इन्होंने क्या दिया था? इन्होंने कैरोलस लिनियस ने जो क्लासिफिकेशन दिया था, कैरोलस लिनियस ने जो क्लासिफिकेशन दिया था बेटा, उसका नाम है क्या? सेक्सुअल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट्स. ओके, कैरोलस लिनियस ने क्या किया था? सेक्सुअल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट. अब ये कैरोलस लिनियस ने जो सेक्सुअल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट दिया था, इसको हम आर्टिफिशियल क्लासिफिकेशन क्यों बोलते हैं? व्हाई वी से दैट दिस सेक्सुअल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट गिवन बाय कैरोलस लिनियस is a type of artificial classification. Why? Very basic to know. Only one or two characteristics are taken into consideration while classifying the organism. So same in this sexual classification, Carolus Linnaeus might have taken only one or two characteristics of a plant, of plants, to classify them into different groups. And what was that characteristics? That I am going to tell you over here. What Carolus Linnaeus has done is he classified all plants into 24 classes. These are the groups. Very important to know. Carolus Linnaeus has classified all the plants into 24 classes on the basis of type of stem. Okay, on the basis of type of stamen. This is the main basis of classification of plants done by Carolus Linnaeus. So now in this complete example, I am going to tell you why this classification is known as artificial classification and why he named this classification as sexual classification. But first, I am going to tell you why it is known as artificial classification. It is known as artificial classification because what in artificial classification is the main criteria? Only one or two characteristics. In this sexual classification, Carolus Linnaeus has taken only one characteristic, that is stem. He classified all the plants into 24 क्लासेस, सारी प्लांट्स को इन्होंने 24 क्लासेस में ग्रुप कर दिया, हो गया क्लासिफिकेशन। किसके बेसिस पे? सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्टेमन के बेसिस पे। दिस स्टेमन इज नॉट मोर देन क्या कहते हैं, this stammen is not so many characteristic, this stammen is only one of those many characteristic of plant। ये बहुत सारी characteristic में से सिर्फ एक characteristic है और इसी के बेसिस पे इन्होंने classification कर दिया। That's why it is known as artificial classification। Now why this classification is known as sexual classification of plants? This is known as sexual classification of plant because the stamen which he has taken, the stamen which he has taken for classifying the organism is nothing but a male sex organ of plant। Okay, this stamen is a male sex organ of a plant, and because the classification is done on the basis of stamen, which is a sexual characteristic of a plant, that's why it is known as sexual classification of plants done by Carolus Linnaeus। This is the complete example of artificial classification, very important to note, and you have to write it in your copy। Okay, note it। So students, I hope you all have written the basic things of artificial classification and its example. Now we are going to study about the second type of classification, that is natural classification। It is very important, and all the classifications done during the modern times are based on the concept or the funda of natural classification। So what we are going to do in natural classification? Listen, in the artificial classification, we have understood that the classification is done on the basis of only one or two characteristics. But in the natural classification, the classification is done on the basis of all morphological characteristics। Okay, very important to know. Note, the classification is done on the basis of all morphological characteristics। Now, one new term has came into this video, this morphological characteristics। Now, what do you understand by morphological characteristics? First, the characteristics of an organism which are visible externally। किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म के ऐसे कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स जो आप उसको एक्सटर्नली एग्जामाइन कर सकते हो, जिनको आप एक्सटर्नली देख सकते हो, वो उसके morphological characteristics होते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई एम अ कंप्लीट लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड व्हाट आर द एक्सटर्नल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ माय बॉडी? द एक्सटर्नल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ माय बॉडी आर 2 hands, 2 eyes, 2 ears, black hairs, okay, skin color। These are the external characteristics of my body, or these are the morphological characteristics of my body। So what I am trying to say over here, in the classification of natural classification system, the classification is done on the basis of all morphological characteristics, all morphological, not one, not two, all morphological characteristics। हम यहाँ पे एक भी characteristic X स्किप नहीं करने वाले हैं, सारे क्लासिफिकेशन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स को यहाँ पे स्टडी किया जाए। तो इफ एन ऑर्गेनिज्म फॉर एग्जांपल प्लांट है, तो प्लांट में जो मॉर्फोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होंगे, प्लांट में जो मॉर्फोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होंगे वो उसके क्या क्या होंगे, जरा सोचिए अपने मन में। What could be the external characteristics of plant, or what could be the morphological characteristics of plant? Okay, okay. The morphological characteristics of plant, they are leaves, stem, root, flower। Okay. Leaves, stem, root, flower. These are the external characteristics of, or the morphological characteristics of plant। Now in this list of characteristics, यहाँ पे हम लीफ की हर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक को स्टडी करेंगे, स्टेम की हर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक को स्टडी करेंगे, रूट की हर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक को स्टडी करेंगे और फ्लावर की हर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक को स्टडी करेंगे, और फिर उसके बाद इन प्लांट्स को हम अलग अलग ग्रुप्स में क्लासिफाई करेंगे, जैसे कि कैरलस लिनियस ने किया था 24 क्लासेस में, लेकिन उन्होंने सिर्फ 1 और 2 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स दी। Now, important thing which I am going to tell you over here in this video is that though there are 4 types of external characteristics, in a plant, and we have to study all 4. हमको ये सारे 4 की स्टडी करनी है, लेकिन but the first priority is always given to flower. Okay. Always the flower are given first priority during the classification. Given first priority during अब फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी का मतलब ये नहीं है कि फ्लावर को स्टडी कर लिया तो फिर लीफ, स्टेम और रूट को स्टडी नहीं करेंगे, नहीं। फ्लावर को स्टडी किया, लेकिन उसके बाद लीफ, स्टेम और रूट को भी स्टडी किया। बट सबसे पहले क्लासिफिकेशन का जो बेसिस होगा वो फ्लोरल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होंगे, वो फ्लावर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होंगे। नाउ व्हाई, व्हाट इज द मेन रीजन बिहाइंड टेकिंग दिस फ्लावर एज अ मोस्टली प्रिफर्ड characteristic of classification? This is why, because with respect to the time or with respect to the environmental conditions, the floral characteristic does not change. The characteristic of leaf can change, it can change its shape or size, it can, stem or root can also change its shape or size with respect to the environmental condition or with respect to its nature or atmosphere. That you will get to know in the further chapter of morphological features of plant. But you will always see that floral characteristics are most stable characteristic of a plant. They do not change with respect to the environmental conditions. So what I can write over here, because floral characteristics are most stable. Floral characteristics are most stable. That's why they are given first priority during the classification. So better note this. And now I am going to tell you about some more points of natural classification. देखो, देखो ये जो नेचुरल क्लासिफिकेशन है, this natural classification is of two types. This natural classification is of two types. One is formal natural classification and another is phylogenetic natural classification. Okay, one is formal natural classification and another is phylogenetic natural classification. What is the difference between these two? What I have said that in natural classification we have to study all the external features, all the morphological features of an organism before classifying them into different groups. So in formal natural classification, only morphological features are taken into consideration. Okay. Only morphological features are taken into consideration. Now you will say, sir, what is the difference in this and this? No difference. It is actually similar. But in a more advanced manner, this is phylogenetic natural classification, which gives some more information about the classification. But before that, we have to understand that in formal classification, only morphological characteristics are taken into consideration. Means in this type of classification, we will study all the characteristics of the plants and we will classify all the plants into separate groups. This can be done only by formal natural classification, by studying all the different external or morphological characteristics. Now what happened in phylogenetic natural classification? In phylogenetic natural classification, we can say that phylogeny is also considered along with morphological So, in this phylogenetic natural classification, what I am saying, this new word has again came, phylogeny. So, what I am saying in phylogenetic natural classification, that in phylogenetic natural classification, phylogeny is also considered along with morphological features. Now, what is this? Okay. So, difference is, in formal natural classification, we are only taking morphological features, but in the phylogenetic natural classification, we are taking morphological features, all morphological features, not skipping any one of them, but along with the morphological features, we are also taking phylogeny into account. Now, what is phylogeny? This is phylogeny. Phylogeny. What is phylogeny? Phylogeny का मतलब होता है study of ancestors. Study of ancestral history of an organism. Okay. Phylogeny का मतलब होता है स्टडी ऑफ एंसेस्ट्रल हिस्ट्री ऑफ एन ऑर्गेनिज्म. इससे हमको ये पता चलता है, फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ दिस इज अ पर्टिकुलर टाइप ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म, लेट अस नेम इट ए. इफ ये कोई एक पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म है, इफ वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी द फाइलोजेनी ऑफ दिस ऑर्गेनिज्म ए, देन वी विल कम टू नो दैट फ्रॉम विच टाइप ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म दिस ए हैज ओरिजिनेटेड. इसका एवोल्यूशन किससे हुआ है, इसका एंसेस्टर ऑर्गेनिज्म कौन है. जैसे कि हम जानते हैं आज के डेट में जो रेप्टाइल्स हैं उनके एंसेस्टर्स प्रीवियस टाइम के डायनासोर्स हैं. आज की डेट के जो रेप्टाइल्स हैं हम जानते हैं उनके प्रीवियस डेट के जो एंसेस्टर्स हैं वो कौन है, डायनासोर्स. सो दिस इज द फाइलोजेनी ऑफ रेप्टाइल्स, दैट डायनासोर्स आर द एंसेस्टर्स ऑफ present day reptiles. Similarly, in this case, when we are going to classify the plants on the basis of phylogeny along with morphological classification, morphological features, then we are not only going to classify them into different groups, but we can also understand which group of plant has came earlier and which group of plant has came later. कौन plants पहले आ गए थे अर्थ पे, कौन से plants बाद में इवॉल्व हुए अर्थ पे, ये हमको पता चल जाएगा. चलिए हम इसका एक एग्जांपल देख लेते हैं. ओके, तो मान के चलिए पहले हमने फॉर्मल क्लासिफिकेशन किया प्लांट्स. मान के चलिए कि हमने पहले क्या किया, फॉर्मल क्लासिफिकेशन किया प्लांट्स का, और ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ फॉर्मल क्लासिफिकेशन द प्लांट्स ग्रुप और प्लांट्स classified into 5 groups. Okay, फॉर्मल क्लासिफिकेशन करने के बाद हमको पता चला, मान के चलिए ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ फॉर्मल क्लासिफिकेशन वी अंडरस्टूड दैट प्लांट्स आर क्लासिफाइड इनटू 5 ग्रुप्स एंड these groups are थैलोफाइटा, ब्रायोफाइटा, टेरिडोफाइटा, जिम्नोस्पर्म एंड एंजियोस्पर्म। हमने क्या किया, जितने भी प्लांट्स हैं सबकी हमने सिर्फ और सिर्फ मॉर्फोलॉजिकल फीचर्स को स्टडी किया और हमने ये पता लगाया कि प्लांट्स को 5 डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स में क्लासिफाई किया जा सकता है। एंड दोस 5 ग्रुप्स आर थैलोफाइटा, ब्रायोफाइटा, टेरिडोफाइटा, जिम्नोस्पर्म्स एंड एंजियोस्पर्म। बट वी डोंट नो which type of group or which group of plant has came earlier, which has came later। हमको नहीं पता कि थैलोफाइटा पहले आया या ब्रायोफाइटा पहले आया या जिम्नोस्पर्म पहले आया। हमको ये भी नहीं पता कि थैलोफाइटा से ब्रायोफाइटा बना, कि ब्रायोफाइटा से जिम्नोस्पर्म बना, कि ब्रायोफाइटा से टेरिडोफाइटा बना। वी डोंट नो बिकॉज हमको अभी तक एंसेस्ट्रल हिस्ट्री नहीं पता है। और क्यों नहीं पता है एंसेस्ट्रल हिस्ट्री? क्योंकि हमने इस फॉर्मल नेचुरल क्लासिफिकेशन में फाइलोजेनी को इंक्लूड नहीं किया। ओके, नाउ ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ फाइलोजेनेटिक नेचुरल क्लासिफिकेशन ये 5 ग्रुप्स तो निकल के आएंगे ही। इससे ये भी पता चल जाएगा विच प्लांट ग्रुप इज द एंसेस्टर ऑफ एनी अदर प्लांट ग्रुप। ओके, तो यहाँ पे हमको पता चलेगा ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ फाइलोजेनेटिक नेचुरल क्लासिफिकेशन द प्लांट ग्रुप्स कुड बी on the basis of phylogenetic natural classification, plants are classified as they। ओके, प्लांट्स को कुछ इस तरीके से क्लासिफाई किया। सबसे पहला जो ग्रुप आया उसका नाम है क्या? थैलोफाइट। द फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ प्लांट विच केम ऑन अर्थ वर थैलोफाइट। From Thallophyta, there was the evolution of Bryophytes. Okay. Now, from Bryophyta, there was the origin of another plant group named Pteridophyta. Okay. From Pteridophyta, there was the origin of From Pteridophyta, there was the evolution of gymnosperms, and from gymnosperms, there was the evolution of finally the most advanced type of plant, angiosperms. Now, listen very carefully. This evolution or this arrangement of plant, these are the 5 groups, 1 2 3 4 5, these are the 5 groups, but these 5 groups are arranged in the sequence of their evolution. This is the sequence of evolution. This blue line is showing the sequence of evolution. This is the sequence of evolution. We can say that the first type of plant which came on this earth were Thallophyta. Okay, what are Thallophyta? You will come to know later. Okay, Thallophyta. After Thallophyta, so Thallophyta gave rise to Bryophyta, or we can say that the ancestors of Bryophyta were Thallophyta. Similarly, the ancestor of Pteridophyta were Bryophyta. The ancestors of gymnosperms were Pteridophyta, and the ancestors of angiosperms were gymnosperms. How we are able to know this type of relationship or this type of ancestral relationship, or how we can say that these groups of plant are connected to each other with the evolution point of view or with the ancestral point of view? How we can say that? We can say this thing because in the phylogenetic natural classification, we have taken phylogeny along with morphological features. This is the main funda of this type of classification. Though we have taken morphological features only in formal classification, we were able to know only the names of these 5 groups. But we are not sure which group has came earlier or which groups has came later. Which group was the ancestor of any other group? ये हमको नहीं पता था फॉर्मल क्लासिफिकेशन में, क्योंकि हमने उसमें फाइलोजेनी को अकाउंट में नहीं लिया था. फाइलोजेनी को हमने यहाँ पे अकाउंट में लिया और हमको पता चल गया कि कौन सा प्लांट पहले आया, कौन सा प्लांट लास्ट में आया. इससे हमें ये भी पता चलता है कि थैलोफाइटा जो सबसे पहले आए थे, दीज आर द मोस्ट प्रिमिटिव प्लांट्स. ओके, Thallophyta are the most primitive plants. और इससे यही पता चलता है angiosperms, they are the most advanced plants. Okay, so this, because we have studied evolution due to accountability of phylogeny. So this is all about the types of classification. In the next video, we will study about the different types of historical classifications given by different scientists. Till then, study the content which is provided now in this video and go through the NCERT to understand the basic meanings of different terms. Thank you.